Hey guys, welcome to another video. For today's video, we are going to be looking at the Arktek RX 580. It's an 8GB card, GDDR5, and this one is specifically from Arktek. You can pick them up pretty cheap at the moment. So locally in South Africa, you can pick it up for 2,450 Rand. I will have the links down in the description for the card. And for today's video, we are going to be doing an unboxing and seeing how the card performs. This is one of the cheapest new cards on the market at the moment, especially for its performance. To give you an equivalent in US dollars, 2,450 Rand is $129.24. If we look at Amazon, you can pick up these cards for cheaper. We just don't have access to these brands unless we buy it from Amazon. That including delivery, it works out a little bit cheaper, but overall with some of the other cards that they've got, it would work out more expensive. So it's a give and a take type situation. Anything from what's the name, including delivery, you're pushing about the same price if we buy from Amazon or if you do. For the specs, you're looking at 2048 stream processors, GPU clock, 1206 megahertz, memory 8 gigs, GDDR5, memory bus 256-bit, memory clock 6000 megahertz. It supports DirectX 12 only, PCIe Gen 3. OpenGL 4.1, it's got DisplayPort, HDMI and DVI, and then for the power supply 350 watts, and the card only consumes 125 watts, so pretty good for a budget system. From Tech Power Up, using GPU-Z, pulled up this information. Now on this information, it did pull up the 4GB card instead of the 8GB card, so we're kind of comparing the 4GB to some of the other stuff that's in the range. According to their specs, the card, so this is the RX 580 2048, the card is faster than a GTX 1050 Ti, so you're looking at almost a 30% performance. It's faster than the A380, the RX 6400, and then it's supposed to be faster than the GTX 1650 in terms of something that would probably beat the card. So if you are able to get hold of maybe a GTX 1066 gig, then you'd be a bit better off. And then it is 12% slower than the standard RX 580. So overall, is it worth looking at something like this for a budget build? Maybe if you're currently got a GTX 1050 and you don't have much money to spend, then maybe this card could be a good option for you. Or if you're just getting into gaming, then yeah, esports titles. Let's pull out the card, unbox, and have a look at what comes inside the box. So it is the Radeon RX 580, 8 gigs, GDDR5, as mentioned, DirectX 12. It does have Vulkan for the back of the box. Fairly simple. You can run. Now, bear in mind that this card is kind of no longer supported. AMD did put a statement out, so games going forward, new games, won't be optimized for this graphics card, which is a bit of a strange one because this card is brand new, so they're still selling them, and Arktek is a brand that's been with South Africa for a while, so a bit of a strange one. But bear that in mind. New games might not be as optimized for this graphics card, so you might start seeing a little bit of performance loss with the newer games. I did run through some tests, some benchmarks for the card without using FSR or any upscaling, just to give you an idea of raw performance from the card. In the box, we've got the CD and the manual. Not that too many computers come with CDs nowadays, but I mean, just in case you need it, it's always recommended that you download from AMD's site to get the latest drivers for the card. Quite interesting is in the box you get a 6-pin PCIe to Molex power connector. So if you do have a power supply that is more than 350 watts and does not have what's named, then you can probably use this. It's again not recommended, usually not recommended, due to the type of cable and Molex power output. Preferably if you've got something with PCIe 6-pin, then preferably use that. Inside the anti-static bag, so nice new card. Let's have a look at what it looks like. Okay, so solid little card, no back plate, so fairly budget option, with one very large heat pipe on the bottom. Or it's got 2 fans, aluminium heatsink, so it is on the cheaper side when it comes to graphics cards, but overall quite a nice looking graphics card. Pretty simple, pretty budget. It's got what seems to be 80mm or 90mm fans, 2 of them, so it should keep fairly cool. For display outputs, you've got one display port, 1 HDMI and 1 DVI display output. It is a 2-slot card, so it'll take up 2 slots in your case. Then only requires a 6-pin PCIe power connector, so pretty basic. As mentioned, it's 350 watts only needed, and the card only pulls about 120 to 130 watts, so nothing too hectic, and maybe an option for the Dell pre-builds and those type of things. And then for the card, 8192 megabytes, 256-bit bus. The core clock on here is 1125 megahertz, and overall a pretty solid graphics card. As mentioned, you can pick it up for 2,450 Rand. I will have everything linked in the description if you're keen on picking it up. So let's see how it performs. So versus the RX 580 8GB, the normal one, the performance is a fair amount lower. The standard card is a 2300 stream processor card, so it is a bit short. Rainbow Six Siege, you're looking at 138 FPS, averaging 138 FPS. For Halo Infinite, 53 FPS. Fortnite, you're looking about 98 FPS. Forza Horizon 5, 67. Far Cry 6, 49. Cyberpunk, 63. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 version, 60 FPS. Borderlands 3, 71. And then Assassin's Creed, 53. This is all 1080p, various settings, usually low, medium to low settings, to get this without FSR. So if you add FSR, you will see an improvement from it. So what happens if we compare the RX 570, so what's close to it, RX 570 and the GTX 1650. So Resident Evil 4, it kind of underperforms in comparison to the 1650, but the 1650 can be pushing sometimes double the price when you buy a new one. So if you are able to pick one up 1650 secondhand, then that might be a better option for you. But in terms of performance, it's close. And again, this is 1080p, no FSR. Let's jump into a game of Fortnite. So 1080p, low settings, 100% 3D resolution. This is not performance mode, so you would be able to get some more performance out of it in performance mode. And FPS holding about 80 to 79 to about 85 FPS. If you switch over to performance mode, you'll be able to get some more out of it. So let me know what you think of the card, and if this would fit into your budget. 2,450 Rand new. Would you pick this over a second-hand card? Because I know you can pick up some fairly decent second-hand cards at the moment. And then if you would pick up something over something like this, a new card, what would you look at? So again, thanks very much for watching, and like, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.